Welcome to the second episode of Terrifying True Tales. The case we'll be discussing today is about the infamous serial killer Jack the Ripper. This case is set in the 1800s in London and is one of the most well-known unsolved cases in the world. Before I start exploring this case, I just wanted to say I mean no offence or disrespect to anyone that is mentioned in this case. I conducted my research online using information available to the public. And this case does involve some brutal murders of women, and therefore if you are sensitive to this topic, you may want to skip this video. The case of Jack the Ripper starts in 1888 in East London. During this time, women were not treated as equals, and one of the most popular ways for them to earn a living in this time was to turn to prostitution. This became a popular career choice for most women, despite it leading to gruesome murders and often brutal attacks from men. Jack the Ripper's identity is still unknown to this day, and his victims are known as the Canonical Five. Despite there being rumours, he could have had at least 11 victims, all of which being prostitutes. On the 31st of August 1888, a body was found in Whitechapel in London. This was the body of sex worker Mary Ann Nichols. Her throat had been slashed and she had been disemboweled. As investigations were ongoing for the killing of Nicole, on the 8th of September, another prostitute called Annie Chapman had been murdered and her womb had been removed by the killer. Just after this murder, on September 27th, the Central News Agency received a letter from the killer threatening to cut his next victim's ears off. And this letter was signed by Jack the Ripper, which led to this famous, well-known serial killer's name. The next murder didn't take place until September the 30th, and this was the day he murdered Elizabeth Stride. Stride was said to have been the only victim that wasn't a prostitute, which has led to people questioning if Jack the Ripper was responsible for her death. However, on the same day, Catherine Eddowes was murdered shortly after Stride and was found severely mutilated, and her uterus had been removed, alongside her kidneys. The last known suspect of the Ripper was a prostitute named Mary Kelly, who was found on the 9th of November. This was by far one of the most disturbing killings, as the victim had not only been disemboweled but had been skinned down as well. The true identity of the serial killer is still unknown, although it is said that the Ripper was believed to have been a doctor due to his knowledge of anatomy. The motives of Jack the Ripper are said to have been his problem against women, which was a common trait men had in the 1800s due to the inequality. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please let me know in the comments section below any theories or opinions you have on the case of Jack the Ripper, and I'll see you in next week's video. Thank you for watching. Please like and feel free to subscribe if you want to see more.